Tonight, from M&T Bank Stadium in Baltimore, Maryland, it's Week 13 of the NFL on EA Sports. Joe Burrow and the Baltimore Ravens taking on Gardner Minshew and the Dallas Cowboys.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to historic Baltimore, Maryland and M&T Bank Stadium. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Dallas Cowboys and the Baltimore Ravens. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you look at this Raven team as they get ready here. They come in feeling good after back-to-back victories.
And the offense, my goodness, over 50 points in the win last weekend. When you do that, you're not going to lose very many. Games, maybe not any games.
Meanwhile, for the visitors here, the Cowboys, things haven't gone exactly according to plan to this point, but boy, you and I down there with them before the game, they were fired up.
And they understand how important this game is. Win this one, they can start to think about a turnaround.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. So here are the Cowboys now ready to go on offense for the first time. They are led out by their quarterback in his second season from Washington State, a former 6th-round pick in Gardner Minshew.
If you just break it down in individual terms, he played really well last week. 0 interceptions, 3 touchdown passes. Not a whole lot more he could have done to win that game. But you know something's funny, when we talked to him, all he focused on were throws he missed, other opportunities that didn't get done.
Good sign of a leader.
Great sign of a leader because they didn't win, and that's all he cares about.
5 yards on the game's first play, second down.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Now a dump off here complete. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 16 yards, a first down.
16 yards.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
Evan Ingram was the intended target, and now it's 2nd down.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
On 2nd down, Eckler. And across midfield he goes into Raven territory. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
And that's the kind of run that gets everyone excited on offense. And, you know, oftentimes the guys who carry the ball are the ones in the huddle doing the chirping. Right now, I think it's the offensive line telling them, run it again. We are right there about to break a big one.
And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. Got what he needed for the first down with a gain of 2. A pickup of defense had a chance to get off the field here in the opening drive, couldn't do it.
I know that we go into these meetings with coaches, and sometimes maybe we can get a little bit numb because they're always going to talk about how important 3rd down is, aren't they? Offense and defense. In this case, one capitalized, and the other, as you said, had the chance to get off the field and didn't get it done.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 43-yard line.
On 2nd and 9, Minshew. And that's going to be too high, out of bounds and incomplete. The intended target was Calvin Ridley, but now it'll be third down.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
Here comes the 7th play of this opening drive. They moved it well, but here's third down. And he will find Ridley. That's complete. And he stopped up short of the first as they tackle him down at about the 36. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th from Ridley.
One of the money routes for any offense, the drag route. So tough to defend because the receiver can stop at any point and make himself available to the quarterback and get a completion. But I love the communication we saw there. All the defenders pointing out the receiver, where he was going, and then they're able to rally to the ball after the catch and stop him short of a first down. NFL kickers nowadays, they make things look so easy because normally from this range, about 2 out of 3. And this is not an easy kick.
20 years ago, you get where he was in that 50 range, maybe a little over. And it's a big kick, but now we just, if they leave it short, you're like, whoa, what happened? And that's what we have here.
Yeah, you're right. 20 years ago, we were saying run some more plays and get closer. Now we think they're definitely within range, and you're exactly right. When it comes up short, there has to be something that went wrong because they have plenty of leg.
They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. And you know what else you're looking for? Who are the freshest guys coming off the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
6-yard line.
Now Burrow on first down, almost able to intercept it. That's one he would have liked to have held on to on his first drive. Instead, second down. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Running from the gun, Johnson. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
On third down, Burrow. That ball caught. It's Mark Andrews, the tight end. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 26. 16 yards on that one and a Raven first.
The 26-yard line.
On 1st and 10, Joe Burrow. And this one is incomplete. Larry Fitzgerald was the intended target. And that'll bring up 2nd down. Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. And the pressure will get to him. He goes down. Now, there is a flag on the play, but this looks like holding on the offense.
Come on, baby. We got to do our job. We got to do it.
So they will take the sack instead of the penalty.
And it takes another down off the series. But the biggest one of all, do you want to tell the guy who just got the sack that it no longer counts?
No.
No, not at all.
He'll take a shot for the end zone. This Cowboy defense looked ready for that 3rd down pass. Brings up 4th. So 2 3rd down conversions on this drive, but not able to get a 3rd, and now they deal with 4th down. And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle, and the Ravens strike first at 3-zip.
Ravens 3.
They were probably hoping to get him a little bit closer for a shorter field goal, but he was able to get it done from deep.
Nice little tester for him to begin things, huh? I think he was open for a little bit more of a chip shot. Instead, they made him stretch it out a little bit, but he's got to feel great now that he put it through the pipes.
The Cowboys take over 1st and 10. At their own 25-yard.
Second drive forthcoming here for the Dallas Cowboys. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline, they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
Brings up 2nd and 5.
That was a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
He was locked in. 2 trips to the end zone, Charles, over 100 yards receiving.
How about the combination of route running, confidence going downfield, and the ability to go up and get the football? You're exactly right. It was hard for them to stop him.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. William Jackson with a pick, and he'll return this one just shy of midfield to the 49. What a start defensively. Your offense goes out, gets the touchdown, and then you get the interception. Just perfect.
How about the discipline that they showed on defense? Because after the offense scored to go up 7-zip, you would think they might be a little extra aggressive trying to get back at them. Instead, they read their keys well. When they took the shot downfield, they were more than prepared for that one.
It's 2nd and 8 at the 49-yard line.
On 2nd down, here's Burrow. And that will be incomplete. They couldn't hook up on what's going to be the final play of this first quarter. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. On 3rd down, here's Dobbins. And he'll get this into enemy territory, but not by much, as he's down to the 48. Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a 4th down.
I can't help it. Every time I see Eric Berry make a play, as we just saw him make a tackle there, I just want to stand up and applaud.
Because he went to Tennessee like you?
Well, that doesn't hurt one bit, but how about the comeback? I mean, he came back from beating cancer and getting back to Pro Bowl level, one of the best players in the game.
13-yard line.
And now here come the Cowboys. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2.
At the 21-yard line.
They'll run here with Eckler. And he will lose yardage on the play. Back at his own 19-yard line. They'll lose a yard on the play, so now they need 3 yards on 3rd down.
Some of these play calls, I think they're a little conservative. Well, you know me, because it's easy to sit up in this booth, right, and make all calls and think I'm going to be correct. But I would like to see them open things up, because otherwise this defense is going to gang up on the run and shut them down.
And they work this well upfield across the 45. That gain on 3rd down, good for 28. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. From the gun, Minshew to throw. This one caught by Ridley. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Going on the ground with Eckler. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Cowboys. Austin Eckler, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Cowboys have taken the lead.
Sometimes running plays hit or break so fast, there's no reaction time from the secondary. So I've got to give credit to the offensive line for creating that hole so suddenly. And how decisive was he to take that cut and just go? No one downfield there to stop him.
Mason Crosby.
Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. And this will make it into the end zone. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21.
1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
Then they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with third down now looming. The Ravens on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. They'll try to run for it with Dobbins. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4.
This defense is really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense got to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
On is the punter, Hecker, as he gets this one away. Fair catch called for and taken right near the 30-yard line. Just 34 yards on the punt there, no return. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They'll go play action here with Minshew. Finds his tight end Ingram. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there, freezing the defense just enough to swing the tight end free downfield for the completion.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4.
No gain on the play. And it brings up 3rd down.
Off play action, it's Minshew. And Ingram hauls it in. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Give him 18 on that one, and it's a Dallas 1st down. Throwing on 1st down is Minshew. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Out of the gun is Minshew, and that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. Minshew throwing on 3rd down. And now another one thrown incomplete.
You can tell they wanted to get that ball downfield. They had nothing working in the secondary, so they dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
They punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3-point CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
Now Burrow to throw on 2nd down. Try to squeeze it into Edelman, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the free safety, Eric Berry. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line.
At the 33-yard line.
Minshew, 1st and 10. He'll get this into the hands of Breida. Not much there, only a yard.
Complete.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
To throw again on 2nd down. Minshew. Got his man. That's Tyrell Williams. The Cowboys going to use their 2nd timeout now as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. Here's Minshew. Got a man over the middle. It's Williams. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. 13 yards as they've got the connection working. His second catch in a row. First down.
Come on, set. 70, Indy.
Looking to throw it. Minshew. That's complete right around the 8. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5. A good rally to the football keeps him to only a yard, and it's second down. The Cowboys signal for their third and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half.
Ready, ready.
Throwing again on second down. Minshew. This will be caught at about the 5. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Curtis Samuel in the final seconds of the first half. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further. CD for them. This has just been an offensive explosion here in the second quarter.
Yeah, held scoreless in the first quarter. Now they find the end zone again here in the second. Sometimes you just have to have some patience. A lot of people think it's always an adjustment. You have to change what you're doing. Sometimes you just have to do your game plan just a little bit better. And I think that's part of what we're seeing here.
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Time here for likely one play, then off to the locker room, and they're going to have some adjustments to make.
They certainly will, and I think a lot of people are thinking to themselves, all right, take the knee, get out of here, regroup. But how will the head coach and his staff approach halftime? Will it be angry? Will it be clinical? Will they be calm? Will they just let it all out? Who knows? I'd love to be a fly on the wall for this one, though.
We now proceed to the start of the second half. The Ravens set to receive the football, trailing here as we resume action in the third quarter. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards.
First and 10 at their own 21.
Out come the Ravens now. They'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. Their deficit is 11, 14-3, and needing to get something going here as they come up on first and 10. Second half starts with a run by Dobbins. And not too much going there as he'll get it up to the 23-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be second and 8. Ball at the 23, second and 8. They stay on the ground. This time it's Johnson. And not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24. Ball carrier.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
A third down now. Those last 2 plays indicative of how things have gone for them. Just nowhere to go on the ground and struggling to put up points. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. That'll make it fourth down after a loss of 1.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. Here comes Carter, and he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44. 35 yards that time on the punt, and that will come the offense as they take over. The Cowboys offense now, they head out for their first possession of the second half. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
And how about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion. Now Minshew on first and 10. Open man is Samuel, complete. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30.
Curtis Samuel.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route, and what you have to do on that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. Corey Peters slipping in and getting the sack.
Now, you've been around me a long time now. You know on second and inches, I love it when teams are aggressive and take a shot, but we just saw the downside to being that aggressive, didn't we?
Now you've given up on a pretty likely first down if they had run the football, and they need to come up with something here on third. He'll fire this one deep for Eckler, and that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee.
What's up, man?
So instead of giving them another third down, they'll decline it. Brings up 4.
Now, that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
And this is good. He got just enough to clear the crossbar as he drops it in from long distance. And they will stretch the lead now to 17-3. So he missed that field goal earlier, but he says not this time. Able to knock it through, give his guys 3.
I like his poise. I like his confidence, his belief in himself. Sometimes when you miss that first one, you see a lot of guys sag and they can't make the next one. Not in this case. Stepped right up like a pro.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Here's Burrow. They set up the screen for Dobbins. And he's going to lose yardage here back to the 12-yard line. So it goes as a completed pass, but they lose a full 5 yards. So they had the big loss on that first down pass play and facing a 2nd and long. Now it's Burrow. Fitzgerald's got it right side. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. A first down there on a pickup of 25. Now, they've been struggling in the passing game. Do you like the aggressiveness there? I mean, it worked on that play, but do you like it?
I do, because a lot of the time you're struggling because your passing lanes are clogged. That usually happens when you're throwing the ball underneath. People start to press up on you. Push them deep. Find some space and open things up again. Being aggressive there, I think, will pay off for them.
6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down. A couple of first downs on the drive already, as he'll go from the 47 now on first down. Out of the gun, it's Burrow. That's taken in by Duvernay. 7 yards to pick up there. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3.
At the Cowboys 40.
They go play action with Burrow. Fitzgerald bringing it in over the middle. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 24-yard line. 22 yards there, a first down. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Here's a first down throw that's complete. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. And that is incomplete.
Tremendous coverage there. Just did not catch the football and complete the interception. But what do they say all the time? If he had really good hands, he'd be playing offense.
They tried to throw on 2nd down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. And he's able to pick up the first down before he's tackled right at the 10. It's a gain of 6 as they're able to convert, and now it's 1st and goal. So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. They'll run with Dobbins. And a short pickup there down to about the 9. Only a yard that time. 2nd and goal. Now they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe they'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
That catch good for 8, but still, it's 3rd and goal now.
It's now 3rd and...
They'll try to run with Dobbins. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th.
2 yards.
Still just the 3rd quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on 4th. With back now in Baltimore. The field goal doesn't help. They're going to go for the 6 here on 4th and goal. It's the Ravens with possession of the football, but trailing on the big board as we get set for the 4th. And, he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a first down. Well, when you're leading in the 4th quarter, that's not the penalty you want.
Not at all, and now your discipline comes into question. Having poise this stage of the game, you can't have those kind of plays.
So now after the face mask penalty, here's 1st and goal. They're able to get a couple here, but won't get across the plane as they stop it right around the 1.
Stop short of the goal line. A pickup of 2 brings up 2nd and goal.
2nd and goal from the 1. They'll try to run this one in. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Baltimore. J.K. Dobbins, his 11th touchdown on the year. And the Ravens draw a bit closer.
It is good.
A solid blocking up front from the guys on the offensive line allowed him to get in for the touchdown.
Yeah, some might say that the guys on the offensive line were in concert. I used to have a coach who called it marrying up. Meaning, when you get on a guy, you just stay right there. And each guy to make the big move towards the end.
Down a moment ago. First down's a must on this drive as they start out here 1st and 10. Minshew sets to throw. That's going to be caught by Samuel. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run.
A 28-yard
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Now Minshew. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Tyrell Williams was the intended target, but it'll be 2nd down. And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Now he dumps this off over the middle, and he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 11 yards there, 1st down.
Again, another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect him to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
He'll get this to Eckler. Not much there, only a yard.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Mike Hughes. He's at the 40, the 20, 10, and he will score. Touchdown, Baltimore. And on that one with 6 defensive backs, did he need to be more careful throwing the football? I mean, I guess obviously hindsight he did, but...
Yeah, hindsight, but even in foresight, when you got 6 defensive backs on the field, you just know you're going to get multiple coverages. You're never sure what you're going to see. But the biggest one is you don't have much reaction time for your receivers to go get the football because those guys, they're the best cover guys on the field. They go get it. And on that play, they took it the other way for 6 points.
17-17 the score. All even to this point as the kick's away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Dallas offense back out onto the field. They will look to flush the memory of that pick 6 as we now have a brand new tie ball game here in the 4th quarter. Getting down to the good stuff. They started on the ground with Eckler. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run. Got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So up through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Caught left side, Williams. 7 yards there and a first down. Both teams working on short rest, but this has been one of the better Thursday night games we've seen as they come up here on 1st and 10. Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. It's a gain of 5, and it'll bring up a second down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with 3rd down now looming. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Breida. Oh, no, he lost the football. And it's picked up by the Ravens. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line.
Well, so much for the 4-minute offense. They were trying to reduce the clock, get in position to win the game, and leave no time for them to come back and catch them. And guess what? They turned the ball over. Yeah, I mean, they had it all set up for themselves, and they let it get away.
Oh, that's just not fair, and now room to run. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. That's good. A gain of 32 that time.
That's why you call a screen. You want to catch a defense overcommitting. Plenty of space available, and that matched up perfectly. What a convoy he got downfield to pick up big yardage on that play.
And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39.
Down by Vic Beasley. The tackle made back at the 39-yard line.
Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 2nd down now as they search for a score to break this tie. Off the draw, here's Johnson. And little room to maneuver there. He gets it down to about the 39.
Johnson, the ball carrier.
I like it. I like the call. Still an opportunity to run the football and chew up a little more time off the clock.
It's 3rd and 14.
And on 3rd down, the Cowboys bring in an extra defensive back. Here we go with Burrow. That's complete to his running back, J.K. Dobbins. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll get it with just over 90 seconds to go in the ball game. So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. This for the lead in the final stages. And this one is right down Broadway. taking the lead here in the final 2 minutes.
Score, Ravens 20, Cowboys 17.
Big kick right there to give them the lead in the fourth, but there is still time left for a final drive.
Did they score too soon? Post-game will tell us, right? Depending on what happens on this drive, that's how we'll analyze it. If the other team scores, they scored too soon. If they somehow hold on, they manage the clock exactly right.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. So now the Cowboys down 20-17. And time, a huge factor. And they're in danger of a third straight loss as they come up on 1st and 10. From the gun, Minshew to throw. Throw right side is going to be caught by Samuel.
Minshew's pass.
That catch good for only a couple.
Samuel. Out of bounds.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line.
2nd and 8.
Back to throw. Over the middle, he's got Tyrell Williams. The Cowboys going to use their 2nd timeout now as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. Back to throw. Now Minshew has it knocked out, fumble, and it's picked up by the Ravens. So they will set up shop. Excellent field position in the red zone at the 19-yard line. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. That one looks like he'll throw here. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. The Cowboys signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. On 2nd down, a run with Dobbins. And good pressure defensively to stop him for a loss of a couple. And there's also a flag to go with it.
What did they call that on?
So some holding over on the left side of that O-line.
And I know for the guys trying to move those big defensive people, they'd love for them to stay in one spot. But they move around so quick and so fast that sometimes you just have to grab them.
And a nice job to break free of one tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after.
At the 20-yard line.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. They'll go again with Dobbins. And he's going to come up well short as they rally up to stop him at about the 16. 4 yards on the pickup there, but it's going to take him to 4th down.
Will Lutz on for the field goal. A 33-yard attempt.
And his kick here is good. And that will add 3 more to their lead. It pushes it up to 6.
23. Cowboys 17.
So he remains perfect, 3 for 3 in the field goal department.
And it's so important for any offense to have an ace like him up their sleeve, isn't it? Because now you know what his range is, and as soon as your offense gets there, you're pretty much counting on 3 points going up on the board.
DeAndre Carter returning it.
Tonight's final score.
Well, Charles, this one's going to be hard to digest. You take the lead into the 4th quarter, lose that lead. Maybe they felt like they let this one slip away a little bit.
They will definitely feel like that because when you have a lead in the 4th quarter, all you talk about doing is finishing and closing a game out. But when you flip it over, how about that? Making the comeback and then finishing the game, sealing it on defense, they will feel jubilant in their locker room.
So for the Ravens, their very slim playoff hopes get a boost as they move to 5-7. And they'll get a few extra days to savor this one before they take on the Cleveland Browns. Meanwhile, for the Cowboys, the playoffs look to be out of reach now as they drop to 4-8. And they'll try to turn things around next week as they